Let's do this. It's now or never. Oh, wow. Just like I hear it a little bit. See, I just long to hear the simplicity of it. Sorry about the noise. I hope you guys can hear it. I was messing around with that. Here's a little bit of variation. I'm departing a little bit, but that's what I do. I like exploring. It's like my own follow-up. Here we go. Too much noise now. I'm starting to lose it. I was just getting in the zone, but this is what happens when you. This is what happens, even though I love Michael Jackson and I love that song. And that's another part. My ears are catching on to that song too. It's like, wait, it's Michael Jackson. Oh, squirrel. I'm out of the zone. So, oh well, it wasn't to be done. I wanted to give you guys a finished product, but I just wanted to give you guys a demo of what's coming, because I'm going to finish this song come hell or high water. I know the piano's available coming up in a few days, but wow, just wanted to share how this song inspired me. And then the backstory, man, 14 years, it just dawned on me when I was watching this again, when he said 14 years of what this album represents. I just realized there's 14 songs. And I think that was the point. Like his other CDs, I know he's had more songs. So now, at first, when I first heard there was only 14, not only, but he released 3 of them and he said there's 14. I thought that's a strange number. 14 songs. Oh, 14 years of their relationship, of going through their ups and downs. And I was watching something the other day with that number 14 hit me, because it was a movie or something I was watching. I was busting up because the guy responds like something about, it was like a smart aleck response of like, your knuckles, like 14 knuckles, and the guy's like, and I'm like, I even had to go, wait a minute, what? And I'm counting my knuckles. Wait, which one? Oh yeah, these are all knuckles too. 1, 2. Holy smokes, there are 14. Like, I've never counted them before. I mean, everyone counts the 5 knuckles up here. That's the knuckle, right? Nah, 14? That's a significant number, man. What does it mean? Is it a sign? Anyways, I just wanted to. So the idea dawned on me when I did this. I could do like piano reactions when I'm feeling it. When I feel something, that's how I play. It's not just listening or hearing it. It's like I have to feel it, and then I don't know. I just go somewhere, and sometimes the stuff that comes out of it, I cannot. I don't, I'm glad there's recorders now because when I first discovered this gift, I mean, back in the day, I was just a copycat. I just realized I had the gift for it. I could hear stuff on the radio, reproduce almost the exact sound for people, and I did it as a show off for my friends. I realized it was kind of a unique thing that not everybody could do because, to me it came easy, and they were all like fawning over it. They're like, "Oh, did you just hear what he did? Do that again!" And they would just go mad, and they'd be like, "Teach me!" And I thought, "Oh yeah, this is really easy. They'll pick it up like." And then even just the playing part, they're just even with a lot of them had lessons for years, and they were like they couldn't do what I showed them, and I realized it took a lot of patience, and they still couldn't reproduce it because they're not feeling it. I don't know. It's like second nature for me. But then all I was a copycat, and when I discovered this gift of just writing, and this stuff came out. Like I remember, I was inspired by a friend of mine who writes his own music, and that's a unique gift. I thought that was even a better gift than being a copycat because I would look up to him and just be like, man, how do you do that? Like same thing people are thinking about Tom or any artist that writes their own stuff. You're just kind of like, how do you do it? And that's where I was. I was asking that question. It's like one of the deep questions of the mysteries of the universe, right? Where do I come from? Who am I? Uh, what? How do you write? How do you just write? And one of the things he said to me, and he will come up later on as I start to popularize my own music. He's like one of my mentors. He's like a dad to me. He was a father for me when no one else was there. I call him Brother Lyman. Lyman. Yeah, I'm throwing his name out right now. He's the man. He's still like my dad. I love the man. He was a dad when he played like boogie woogie style, and he wrote his own stuff, which was like amazing. I just copied it. I copied him. I mean, I fooled his kids. They thought their dad was home playing the piano, and they'd walk in, it was me, and they're like, "What?" Because I was that good of a copycat. I think that's what we all do. We tend to mimic what we love. We just like everyone that loved Jordan. They wore the thing on their arm, and I love Jordan. I was doing some of those. I ripped off one of his moves, man, and I literally it was my signature move, and they called me Tongue and Magic when because I would do these crazy moves, but I was inspired by Jordan. I loved basketball, but I mean I still love it. I just can't do what I used to do. But my point is, what I'm trying to get at, what I'm trying to say is the the music side. What he said to me was key. He said it comes from inside of you, and it's your voice. It's no one else's. And I was like, really? And I'm like, man, what does mine sound like? Because yours sounds like a little boogie woogie and a little of other stuff. Like it has a little sound. Like people can compare sounds. Sounds like a little bit of this guy or that guy. And man, when mine flowed, mine's just it's this kind of stuff. It's very like relaxing, very. In fact, the album you'll see, I'm promoting myself here now at the end. My album that I released 4 or 5 years ago. It was when I was working for the feds and we had that government shut down for 3 weeks and I had nothing else to do. So I thought I'd invest in myself and just try at one of my dreams of trying to do something with my music and just go for it. And, I got a bunch of CDs. I went to the recording studio and I had the songs in my head because I didn't write them down. I had them on my phone, recordings of the essence of what I want to reproduce that I wrote myself. And everything you hear on that album is just total improv. Like it's played once the way it is, and that's it. And there's no The guy didn't even think he had anything to master, but I can hear the mistakes in it, the timing stuff. There's stuff I don't like because that's the one thing about music, man. People become perfectionists and it could drive them nuts. But that's why I call it improvisations. I just released it as is, 10 songs. Just released it into the universe. I'm sure there's every classically trained person that could be like, oh, you stepped on the pedal too long, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I had to do it. I printed a bunch of CDs, sold them to all my friends and family, made my money back, and then some, a little bit of a profit, which some people were like, dude, that's good. You made your investment back and a little bit on top? Okay. And that's about it. I didn't push it. I went through cdbaby.com, or my wife at the my wife helped me to do that and set it up, and it's on like iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube has, you can listen for free on YouTube. So after that, it's not that I kind of quit. I just kind of like, whatever, man. It is what it is. But thanks to Tom, thanks to his example, like, who am I to quit? Like, he had every reason to quit. I mean, if you hear his story, every reason to quit, a billion reasons to quit are there. He had way more reasons than anybody I've ever seen. And he went against all the odds, and look what happened to him. So, not that I'm saying the same thing is going to happen to me. I'm not a rapper. By the way, I've written a couple things because I was messing with rap. I love it. I had to say, when I first ever was introduced to rap, I thought it was a fad, because I was like, what's the difference? They're just reading poems and they're adding a beat to it. Sorry, people. If you want to rap, try it. Try putting a beat to it and doing rhymes. You'll see your words need to shift, your lingo, your tongue with the beat. It needs to go. It's art. Okay? Forget about it. It's never going away. It's here to stay, because it's amazing, especially when Tom does it. That's why I love hearing his stuff, man. The man is gifted. I have to give him that one. So anyways, in my remarks down below, click if you actually liked this. And I hope you enjoyed this piano reaction. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do piano reactions. If you see a second part added and it's called piano reaction, that's because I felt something in that video that I had to like try and mess with. And then I'm going to mess with it. I'll give you a more crisp copy. Let's put it out. I'll try to give you something more crisp. Just wanted to give you guys, this is like a footnote in history of, you guys know I don't have a keyboard. So now you saw the one I want. And so it's on my universe wish list. Santa Claus, well, it's too early for Christmas. So whoever shows up, that's a Santa Claus figure. I don't know, Tooth Fairy. I don't know. If I have to lose a tooth, somebody could show up with the keyboard for me. I'd be highly grateful. Anybody would, right? But no, I'm going to work for it. I'm going to earn it. Send me some cryptos. Click like. I don't know. YouTube can pay me. They can pay for my piano. They got billions of dollars. They can do it. But no, I'm working on my own personal coin to get it. So it's going to take me a couple months at that rate. But either way, it's going to take me a couple months. I might as well be doing something like promoting, doing whatever I can, doing everything within my power. All right, guys. Thank you all for stopping by. I love y'all. Thanks, Tom, for your inspiration, for your keep going, doing what you're doing. We're all behind you. We all love you. Hog family forever.